Welcome back to Joining Stories, Season 5, Episode 9. On this episode, we are doing ArcCast Part 2. The two young cats that are on this are just incredible. They have moved 3 hours away from home. They're entrepreneurs, going to school, chill, have things they stand for. It's really, really rad to listen to these guys. I hope you like the drawings. If you want to see them, hop on Instagram, watch it on YouTube. Share, like, subscribe, do everything you can. Let's make 2025 blow this up. And also, I'm wearing my Nana's sweater. You! Alright, let's get into this. Boosh!
How you going, mate?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Cam, K-A-M.
KM. Alright. Do you know what you're stepping into here?
No.
Nah? Okay. So I have a podcast called Drawn to Your Story, and I interview people, and then I do an illustration based on that. The guy that's running the whole podcast, ArcCast there, he was just a recent guest on that. And so what I'm doing here is I'm asking people 3 questions, and then I do an illustration on the fly, and we have a little conversation between that.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah. I see you put a C-A-M. It's a K instead of a C.
Oh, yeah, this is just for me to... That's just for me in my brain.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I'll probably say right now it's like jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between regular chicken and jerk chicken?
Jerk chicken is like Caribbean type food. So it's like
Caribbean, okay.
Yeah, it's like spicy instead of like the normal type chicken.
Us plain white guys eat, is that what you're saying?
No, that's crazy.
All right. What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? I don't know. I really don't like animals.
You don't like animals?
I mean, I want a dog. I'm gonna get a dog, but I wouldn't say.
What type of dog?
Golden doodle.
I like my chicken spicy, but I love a little fluffy golden doodle. I have a little fluffy white dog, and I have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So I love my little fluffy white dog. Okay, let's go, dog. Okay, what do you do for fun?
For fun, right now, I want it to be interesting and fun for everyone. I want everyone to. I really don't be. I mean, I guess I say play the game, but like
video games.
Yeah, but it's like every once in a while.
Okay, so what if you were going outside and they're like, "Hey, your work's done. You got like 5 hours to yourself. What would you go do?"
Either go for a walk or probably go play basketball.
Basketball. Okay, basketball walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Walk. Okay. What do you do when you're walking? Do you like listen to music? Do you
I listen to music. Sometimes be in silence, just be in my head.
What type of music do you listen to?
It depends. Like it depends on what I'm feeling that day.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Like I'm going through. Do you know the artist Lana Del Rey?
I heard of her.
So I'm going through a phase of her right now. I've just listened to her one week. But it could be Big Sean the next day. It could be bloody Pearl Jam. I'm all over the show, but I love all types. Okay. Why are you at ArcFest? Have you got your own podcast?
Actually, I was just here taking products from our brand. And
oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, so what products? What brand do you have?
I have a clothing brand, so I just make different clothes, sweatpants, beanies.
What's the brand called?
One Studios.
One Studio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for all feedback.
Is it one like this?
It's one with 2 E's and Studios.
Studios. All right.
Yeah.
2 episodes casted, as you could say.
All right. So
and then another one.
So now I'm going to just sketch something and try and do it. Tell me about your brand. How did you get started? When did you start it? Is it in many stores? Is it all online?
It's really mostly online. And I started making clothes in like high school. But
In high school?
in high school, I started making clothes.
Are you sewing the clothes yourself, or are you screening them, or you?
No, I have a manufacturer overseas, so I send them my designs. And then they put it on the fabrics and all that stuff, and then they send it to me.
Is it a streetwear brand?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How do you market that brand?
Instagram, TikTok. That's really it.
Okay, cool. How's it go? How do you find that that works for you?
Oh, it's good. It's good. I say last year my brand really took off.
Oh,
So,
sick. Okay.
Baby steps.
Awesome. All right. So what do we got?
Where I can expand, I will really focus on video as well, but it's not really.
Tell me more about the brand. What made you start this?
Most of my time.
Really just in high school, I ain't really like how the clothes I wanted, so I just started making them for myself. But high school, I wasn't taking it like as serious. So like, I would drop some clothes to people online. I barely have any sales, and I wasn't satisfied. So I would give up. But then I would say last year, it's like I really locked into my brand. I got my heart broke, so I just had to focus on myself. So.
You got your heart broke. So really, if this takes off, you can say thank you to whoever broke your heart.
I mean, yeah, I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A good heartbreak is always a good motivator.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the process of how you make these clothes, or how you choose a design, or anything like that.
So really, I don't use my brand name, which is One Studios. I use the meaning of it, which is one of one. And it's like when people wear that garment, it expresses their individuality. So that's what the meaning 101 is. So it makes most of the times when I make my clothes, I always choose to have the slogan 101. I always choose to have the slogan 101 on it. So people just can express themselves.
Multiple times, but ever since college,
So how's
it
hang on one
is
sec, sorry. Just finishing this idea.
my happy place. I've had to pull back
When-
my live music addiction, honestly.
Uh,
I don't get to go to as many shows as I want.
Are people
But
buying it because of the brand,
originally,
like One Studio? Are they buying it because of the slogan one of one on there?
I didn't.
I'll say it's a lot of factors because
Okay.
certain type of fabrics, certain type of materials and all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure the slogan does have a part in it. But like, it's like, I have multiple products too. So you have to give like the people what they want.
Yep.
So
What do the people want, other than your good-looking face? You should just
Right
put
now.
that on a shirt, and then you'll be like, hey, look at that.
right now, since it's winter, sweatpants, beanies, jackets, long sleeves, and all that stuff.
That doesn't work. That's not what I want.
Back to your question, sorry, I'm getting a little off topic. I
Alright.
have a lot
So when
of
it's
musician friends, and I've been reaching out to many of them.
Is this your full-time job?
Yeah, I made it full time.
So into that
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank
there have been a lot of my actually.
Well,
I've even reached out to
I grew up in the surf and skate industry when I was in Australia,
Mhm.
and I cannot tell you how many people I know that have started clothing brands, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, this clothing brand's going to be huge," and then
doesn't have to be necessarily
it's
about
nothing.
I mean,
So that's really impressive that you got it to a point where it's your full-time gig.
mhm.
How many hours do you have to put in a week for it?
Let me see. It's not really like, it depends. If I'm designing something, which I rarely do now, I don't design like I used to no more, but it could last like a week maybe. It depends if I want to design something, or like, let me see. It depends. Or if I'm like working on my
So,
website
hang-
or something.
Cam, can I ask, when you say that you don't design stuff anymore, what do you mean by that?
So like, I used to just design my own clothes, and then get them made. The manufacturer will make them. But now I pay a graphic designer. Like, so whatever idea I have, I pay the graphic designer. He brings it to life.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
How close is your idea to the final concept?
Most of the time it's usually, let me back it up a little bit. So if I get like an idea, it's usually from inspiration. So if I see like another clothing brand or their design, I kind of like, I wouldn't say copy it, but like I kind of take a little bit of it,
Yeah, you
inspiration.
get a little inspiration. Like they say, the best artists steal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steal like an artist is what they say, I think.
Yeah. I got that book. I read that book.
Yeah. And I think everybody like has read that book. You know what I mean? So I feel you. Yeah. So go back. So like, when you're getting that inspiration from the brands, what sort of you looking for? Are you looking for something that's on trend or something that can like stand out?
Something that stand out, because I'm not a lot of trends, they get like burnt out and everybody sees it. It gets over and over and over again. They don't want to buy it no more. So if you make something that stand out and make something that stand out. Well, what I did that blew my brand up, which I made some sweatpants. It was like from a bigger brand. I just used my slogan on it. Yep. And the bigger brand, their prices were like real high. I made the prices a little bit lower, so people could like afford it, and affordable prices, and different colors and everything. So
have you got one of those things where you like measure the quality of the where you like cut through the thread and it measures the quality of it?
I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't. But I know like the differences and stuff. So
okay, yeah, I see that stuff online where I'm like, oh man, this is like really into it.
Yeah.
So you're printing out of America and then shipping them in?
Printing. You're talking about like.
Like if you're screen printing, like are you?
Oh no, I don't touch anything at all. Like with the design.
Yeah.
So
you're paying someone outside of the country to screen print them and then you get them shipped in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
How'd you figure all this stuff out? Like first of all, how old are you?
I'm 20.
You fucking hell. Do you know what I was doing when I was 20?
What?
I was probably passed out, fucking face down in a gutter after drinking all night, partying, and you're out here with a clothing brand and killing it. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Hang on.
Like, no, that's not what I want. I want us to have the result studio quality. And I realize that it's not always going to probably be on the mark exactly what I want, but I think that's okay because that's going to be a showcase of this guest.
How did you find out all the information to do with
it?
this?
Doesn't come out exactly the way I want it.
It was really in high school. I had my first manufacturer. Everything in high school, I just didn't take it as serious. Like, I could have been bigger than what I am now if I really took it more serious in high school. But it's just really like trial and error. Actually, the manufacturers really just come to me. So if you're on Instagram, promote your product and all the stuff, most of the times, manufacturer, they will come to you because like that's how desperate they are to work. So
a couple of questions. How did you fund it? Like, when I was 20, I was working like as a dish pig at the back of a restaurant, making no money. But I was skateboarding so much, that's where I was spending all my money. So how did you then go, oh, dang, because it's not like you can buy like 5 shirts, you know what I mean? Don't you have to buy in bulk?
Most of the time, well, you can get a sample, which is like 100 to like, it depends, like 100 to 150. And what I did is I bought the sample, promoted the sample, and I did something called like the pre-order method. So I collected the sales first, and then all the money I got from the sales, that's what I used to pay the manufacturer for the book.
So how did you... Were you like selling it to your friends then, or were you actually like, as soon as you could, you were straight on Instagram and TikTok and then doing ads through them?
Let me see. I wouldn't say I was selling it to my friends, but like I would just make clothes and then I'll give it to them or whatever. But I didn't really figure out about ads until last year. So it was really on TikTok organic. Like I posted a video on TikTok and it went viral. So that's what really sold me out and got all my sales.
Shit.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I'm just posting videos on TikTok, stay consistent. and then it just blew up.
compared to
I'm too old for this shit. I'm also not as attractive as you. So, like, did you have your face in there?
No, I
Could
didn't
you
have.
put your face on one of my videos and then mine will blow up?
I mean, I show my face now. I made a whole new TikTok account, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so that account blew up too. But I show my face now. High school, I was really like scared to show my face and all that stuff. I had to overcome that fear and all that stuff.
It is a big thing, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm on there, any of the young skaters and that I like catch up with, like back in Australia or whatever, they always FaceTime. Even when we would be like, hey, let's go get some food, they'd FaceTime you to figure it out. Where me and my friends would be like text or we would call.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so I feel like for the younger generation, you guys being on screen is pretty natural.
Mhm.
For me, it feels so unnatural because I'm like, why would people want to see this fucking face while I'm doing anything? You know?
Mhm.
But you guys are all like, oh, of course. I'm like, this is the money maker. Let's get it. Is that how you feel?
Sometimes. I would say sometimes. I still have my moments where like I don't really like showing my face. But it's like what the people want, so I just give it to them. It's like I make content on TikTok and YouTube, and I don't know, they like to see the journey, I guess, of like the clothing brand journey. So me packing orders, shipping orders, that's what they like to see. So I show my face while doing it, and I guess it just, I don't know, they just like it.
It's pretty cool that you can make that happen. You know what I mean? Like that. That just even a simple act of packing the orders is what people want to see. When you are doing this, are you having someone film you, or are you doing it all yourself filming?
I do it myself. I have like a stand and all that stuff. So.
Are you doing it by your phone?
I have my phone and my camera running at the same time because I have to do 2 different platforms.
Oh wow, that's crazy. All right. Well, Ken, here's your sketch. I don't know if you like it or not, but it's a quick sketch.
It's cool.
And in it,
that stuff there.
we learned a lot about how to make
If you
podcasts
want to,
workshops. This piece
on the
there,
side here,
which,
where it says chat, throw in your email and
Okay.
throw in your brand name. I'll put it there. I'll email you so then I can get stuff. And when I launch this on my as a podcast, I will then pop it through.
All right.
You may be the youngest person that has a Yahoo account.
It's like the
Like,
only
I don't
email
know
trust.
anyone. How do you end up with a Yahoo account?
It's like the only one I
Like-
trust.
Did you get banned off Google or something like that?
I
Like
have
you
a
were like,
Google email, but it's like I've had it since I was like real young, so it's like spam emails. So
Oh.
I just made a new one.
I've got one of those as well, and there's 26,000 emails in it.
Dang, that's a lot.
I just use that as my spam one. So like, if I know I'm signing up for something, I'm like, I'm going to get spammed with this, so I'll just put it there. All right, so I'll send this over to you,
Okay.
and then you will have it. I'm just going to put this stuff in.
pictures that I had. And I did not
And
change.
if your mate wants to jump on, he's feel free to jump on. Is he as charming and good looking as you?
Hey, that's for you to judge.
Hello?
Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm doing good. About you?
I'm real good. So, first of all, do you know what you're jumping into?
I do not.
Okay. So, I am... hang on one sec. Let me get this sorted out. So, my name's Maddie, and I have a podcast called Drawn to Your Story, and I basically interview people on a larger scale, and then I do an illustration based on that.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we'll get into conversing, and then I'll do an illustration or a sketch, basically, for this one.
All right, cool.
Is that cool with you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. All right. You're making me feel super old saying sir.
I'm sorry. I was just taught to be respectful.
I know. I know. I'm actually not that offended at all. I never would be. You could call me a fucking dickhead. I'd be like, all right, whatever. That's fine. Okay. So, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food would be chicken tenders for sure.
Chicken tenders. All right.
Can't go
What's your
wrong.
favorite animal?
Animal would probably be a cheetah or a monkey.
Ooh, I just saw a cheetah this summer in the wild.
Where do you live?
I'm in Seattle right now, but
Seattle.
I was in Africa for like 2.5 weeks.
You sound a
In
little
Kenya.
Australian.
I am Australian,
You're Australian.
but I live in Seattle,
Okay.
and then I went to Kenya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever been to either of those places?
I haven't even been out the country yet.
What?
Nah, no sir.
Not to Mexico? Like, because you guys in
Not
Arkansas,
even,
you can't.
Not even in Mexico.
Why?
I don't know. But now that I'm older, well, I'm 20 now, but my life is in my hands, so I'll probably go out the country soon.
Oh, you got to travel. Do you know, I grew up when I was younger. I don't know how, like, obviously, like how it is in America growing up at that age. But when I grew up, I lived in this place called Perth, and it's all the way on the other side, like other side of Australia. It's the most isolated city in the world. So it's a 5-hour travel to the next big city, right? By plane. Then I just didn't think I would ever leave the country. I was like pretty poor, didn't have a great support network or whatever. But I met my wife and got to travel, and I can't believe I would tell myself that, like when I was a kid. And I love that when you just said, my life's in my hands now, I'll like probably get outside the country. I didn't have that thought at 20. I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm stuck here. So I love that. Did I tell you? I didn't even get to ask your name. What's your name?
My name is Jabari Smith.
How do I spell that?
Jabari.
Okay.
It's
Awesome.
an African name. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do you know from where in Africa?
I think Kenya, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because you said, yeah. I think so. It means strength and power.
Oh, of course.
Yes, sir.
I've got Matthew that means like freaking archer or something like that. I don't know,
Are you
some
good at
boring
archery?
thing. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know what. It's some boring name. I don't know. Anyway, okay. I wish I had a cool name. So what is your? What do you do for fun?
For fun, I also like to make clothes. I like to play video games. I like to play basketball. I like driving cars. Like driving cars is like very peaceful. Like it's one of my like peacemakers. Like I get like you get into a mood sometimes. You need a stress reliever. I don't resort to drugs or anything. I just get in the car and ride at nighttime. So.
Oh wow! So like you're not trying to like, when most people say, "Oh, I'm really into like cars and stuff," they're like trying to like go fast and stuff like that. So you're just like a cruising around.
Well, I'm not like a speedster, but of course going fast is fun. I'm young kids like going fast. We're stupid.
Yeah. I've done a lot of young stupid things as well, so don't worry about it. I feel you on that.
I'm really both.
So what type of video games do you like to play?
Basketball. I just recently got into Wii Sports. I was boxing on there earlier. Wii Sports.
Oh, were you?
Yes, sir.
Funny thing is, I used to work for Nintendo.
You did?
Yeah, I was a web designer for them for like 6 years up here in Seattle.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, to be honest. It was just when I was there for when the Wii U came out, and then I was there for about 2 years when the Switch came out.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me find out what we can sketch here. Video cards. Tell me about your clothing stuff. Are you a part of the same brand or?
We're very close, so we help each other. So he has his thing, but that's like my brother, so I help him too.
Yep.
And I have my own thing, so we really bank off of each other. We both help each other.
What's your thing called?
Mine is called you want me to type it? Mine is called Peace Ensue.
Okay.
And my line, let me see if I can. My shirt, I have it on right now. It says my color is crime. So it's just growing up,
Is that a puff print that's on there?
It's actually silicone. It's silicone print.
Oh wow!
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
So is that how do they get the silicone to stay? Do you know
It's
that?
a really intricate printing process. I'm not really sure, but
Okay.
I communicate. I have manufacturers as well.
Yep. So did you guys start doing this together, or do you just were you in high school
No.
together and you were doing this?
Yeah, we were in high school together, but he was the first one to really start it, and like that's kind of what inspired me to do my own thing. And so
Yep.
yeah,
That's rad. I always think it's so fun when you have a person that you can connect with that you in the same journey along,
yeah,
and
very important.
it's really is helpful because over here I'm a solo. I do everything: the podcast, the recording, the illustration, the editing, everything solo. I would give a homeless person a hand job just to freaking have someone else help me out here.
Yeah, having a team or at least one person is very important. It's easier to win with other people on your team.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you on that. Okay. So, video games, so you just got into the Wii U. Is there any others that back into the Wii Sports? Any other ones that you play?
On Wii or like other games in general?
Other games.
I
I'm
like
just trying
football. I like shoot games too, like GTA.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
be into Fortnite, if you know what that is.
Oh,
Everybody was on Fortnite.
I have a son who is 12,
Yeah, he's crazy.
and
on
oh
Fortnite.
my gosh, he is it's like heroin for that kid.
Yeah,
He
Fortnite's
cannot
pretty
get enough of
addictive.
it. Yeah, very.
Fortunately,
What
I
made
grew
you
out
stop
of that.
liking that one as much?
I don't know. I think it's just I got a little older. I don't really play video games as much. I just got into the Wii because it's also fitness, and I like, I'm young. I gotta keep my fitness up. So my cardio.
Oh yeah. I literally just started going to a personal trainer because I'm 43 and I'm getting a little softer than I should be.
We gotta
I
keep
need
that
to-
fitness up.
I gotta keep that fitness up. Tell me what it's like to live down there. Do you live in Fayetteville or you
Yes,
outside
we
of
just
it?
moved like 2 months ago here. It's
Oh,
new.
did you?
Yeah, 300 miles away from home. So
Where were you before?
I was living in Bryan, Arkansas. It's by Little Rock.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
where
yeah,
Little
yeah.
Rock is the capital. Yeah, it's like right there.
Oh, so when I was actually down in Fayetteville in February, just coincidentally for a week, looking after my cousin, and it was that town is just so beautiful, it's so really nice down there. But I didn't realize how far away everything is. I was like, oh, I'm gonna scoot up to Little Rock and see that. I'm gonna go over to
Yeah.
Oklahoma, and I'm like, oh, that's a 3-hour drive up there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a 3-hour drive over there. I'm like, oh god. I wish everything was a bit closer.
I do too. But it's
Yeah.
very nice out here. It's very nice.
What made the move?
It's just when you got a feeling, you just know.
That was it? You just had a feeling?
Well, I'm not sure if are you religious by chance?
I am not, but I'm totally down with anyone who wants to be.
Yeah.
I just couldn't care less about anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So
I
you can
understand.
tell me about it. I'm not going to
Yeah.
judge you for it. That's your choice, you know?
Yeah, I understand. It's totally fine. I just felt like God was bringing me here, and I just felt it on my
Okay.
spirit, like to come up here. I felt like it
that's
was right. It was like a risk, but I feel like taking a risk in life is very well, especially when you're young.
Oh, yeah. Well, it seems like you guys are taking great calculated risks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very calculated. I wouldn't advise anyone to take a stupid risk.
Yeah, yeah. You're not going like, hey, let me get all my money, go to Vegas, and risk it all on.
Yeah, let's go buy a Bugatti.
Oh,
You know,
God.
like that.
Yeah. But if you could buy any car you wanted, what car would you buy?
A Camaro ZL1.
Is that a new car?
New
Or is
as
it an
in-
older stuff?
No, it's the newest one. The newest one. It goes from 2016 to 2024.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you, hang on, I'm just getting this idea.
Are you familiar with Camaros by chance?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm not very much of a car person at all, but I have a Tesla myself, and
Yeah, Teslas are
if
nice.
I could, I would get a Cybertruck. Mind you, I can't fucking stand Elon Musk, so I'm saying this with Like I just can't stand that guy, but I love that car.
It's a great car. I like those too.
They're super fun. Like I have the where I can let it drive by myself, and it's incredible.
What's the reliability with that car? Have you had any issues?
Other than me accidentally reversing into a parked car the other day that was parked across my driveway, and I didn't when I stop at my driveway, I like stop right there to have a look around, and the truck was parked right on my driveway, so I didn't even look backwards. I just looked to the sides, and then I like did this tiny little bump, and I just didn't hear enough of the beep of
Yeah.
like there was something coming up there. So I don't know. That might be it. But other than that, I've never had an issue.
And you had it
Knock
for how
on
many
wood.
years? A couple years?
Since 2021.
21. And you live in Seattle, so you have Tesla, like Tesla shop if it breaks down near you, right?
We do, but from my understanding, they're pretty good all around.
Okay, yeah, because I see
I've-
some
and-
Tesla too.
The thing that people get worried about is the fear of like losing charge or like being somewhere and you don't have charge. But there's so many chargers around that I've traveled everywhere, and it lets you know where the charger is. Oh, you should stop off here.
Yeah, but we don't really have that down here.
Yeah, you do.
Little Arkansas, we do.
Yeah, I was just down there. Once
Wait,
you know when you see a car and you're like, oh, I always see that car.
It's gonna be like that with
Yeah,
the
then
Chargers?
that's what sort of happens.
Okay.
So like, the first Cybertruck I ever saw was down there.
I saw one down here too. It was like the second day I moved down here, a Cybertruck.
That's now around here because I don't know if you've heard about Seattle, but it's just full of like tech giants. So like, the lady next to me that lives here, she is the head marketer for Nestle. The person across the road, she's the COO for a massive German company. There's all these people that just got these massive like jobs around here, right? And so you see Teslas are like the Priuses around here. There's just so many of them. And then now I see like 5 or 6 Cybertrucks like daily.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's like good for them for like living their best lives.
For sure.
Yeah. So tell me what's it like being 20 and moving to a different thing? How's your Tinder profile? Is it just blowing up?
Nah, I don't even have Tinder.
Oh, how do you meet people while you move to a new place?
There's a lot of people outside. And
Yeah.
where I'm at right now, I'm really focused on my goals, so I don't really get into that as of
Oh,
right
fair
now.
enough. So what's your goals? Can you give us a rundown of that?
My goals, of course, I want to have a very successful clothing brand. I want to
Yeah, of course.
become the most confident person I can be. I want to build my personal brand, and I just want to make my parents proud and, be the brother. Like, I have 2 sisters, so I want to be the cool brother. I want to be the cool son that has all these accomplishments. And, I'm in college,
Yeah.
too. And so I'm about to be the first one in my family to graduate college with a marketing degree. So.
Oh, awesome. Are you going to, is it the Arkansas University right there?
No, so I go to Euler because I was living down
Okay.
there, so I just do online classes now.
Oh, okay, cool. So when we're speaking about your goals, and there was a moment you said to be the most confident person you can be for yourself.
Yeah.
How do you try and achieve those goals? Because that's a really interesting point.
Well, in the summer, I actually had this class. I forgot what class. I had this class, and our teacher said we had to do something to make ourselves better. And what I chose was every day I'm gonna write a scale of 1 out of 10 how confident I was on that day. And I did it for the whole summer, May, June, July, and I started off, it was like some 3s, some 2s, some 4s, some 5s, but I eventually got to the point where it was 10s every day. And so I still kind of do that.
That's awesome. So do you? I hear a lot of like really successful people do this. Like, do you know who Rob Dyrdek is?
Who?
Rob Dyrdek. He's a famous pro skateboarder, but he's
No, sir, I don't.
He's from. Do you know the show Ridiculousness?
I know ridiculousness.
Do you
I
know
used
the
to
show
watch it all the
Robin
time.
Big?
No, sir, not that show.
Okay, so this is past your generation, but he was this pro skateboarder, right? And he just had the entrepreneurial like gift given to him, like by, in your case, the touch of God. Like he's just gone like even when he was skateboarding, he was like making brands and deals, and then that led him on to being like on MTV with Robin Big, the Fantasy Factory, and all this sort of stuff. And then he started doing life coaching, and they would get him to write down his like confidence, or he's more rates the quality of his day. Like if his day was below a 6, he's like, why am I doing? Is there anything that was in there that I can remove?
Yeah.
And so, but I think a lot of people then write like a little diary with that. Do you do that as well? So then you can like,
Yeah, I have a daily. I don't do it every day, but I try to write every day, like what I did or how I'm feeling, and express how I feel in there.
oh, that's awesome.
I try to do it every day, but every day it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, so it's hard to keep something up every day.
Yeah.
Did your are your parents close by, or they back up in near Little Rock?
They're down there in Little Rock.
Okay, so how do they feel about you guys moving down here?
They were very like, how parents are protective. Like, how are you gonna do this? How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna?
Yep.
And it was also an emotional aspect, like leaving the nest. My family, we're actually very close knit, and we've always been around each other. So it's like a big shakeup that I left the nest. So
Yep.
yeah. But I try to see them at least like once every 6 weeks or something, and I'm going down there for Thanksgiving. So
That's awesome. Uh, how does living in Fayetteville like help your brand and stuff like that grow?
I'm out of the nest, so when I don't have my mom and dad telling me what I need to do or paying for where I stay, and so it makes me more hungry. It makes me just better overall because I'm out of the nest, I would say.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Does that now you've been out of the nest for like 3 months, you said, right?
Yeah, approximately something like that.
How have your parents like? Have they like see that you're doing all right, like, and that you're like, hey, he's doing great, and
Yes, sir.
this is a good thing for him?
It's actually crazy how that works. It's like the relationship has gotten better as we've gotten farther apart because we have space to cherish each other. So
Oh, that's a great point. I feel the same way with my mum.
I saw you nodding the whole time.
All right, I am. What was that? So tell me this: what are the goals for your brand? Like, is this the start of like? Are you going to expand from this brand, or are you going to build this brand up, try and sell it? Are you going to try and have an exit strategy for that? Are you going to build it up and then start doing other side things to like, because you know the platform on how to do that?
I'm gonna build it up. I don't plan on selling it because it's something that is really close to my heart. Like, it's an expressionary piece for me,
Yeah.
Because I feel like we as America is divided racially, and we all have
God.
like, it's not even just about me being black. It's about any skin color, and that we shouldn't be divided because we look differently. But I'm definitely gonna branch off into other things like mentorships, teaching other people how to do it. I have other brands. I had a key fob brand that I made. I customized key fobs, so I'm really learning the ropes, and also I design websites too. So
Okay. What do you use to design website? Oh, first of all, let me backtrack. I didn't want to skip over the part. I also feel like this country has sort of become this just divided mess, and it like breaks my heart. So my son, he's African American as well, and I just get so bummed that there's like where we live around here, like it's really chill, really like we could leave our garage door open. There's like
that's how I feel out here.
yeah, it's like there's not anyone that's going to really mess with you. But I like Idaho is just the next state over for us, And I'm like, I would feel bad even with us driving through there because that's the head of the KKK. And at this point now, I'd be like, I don't want to have to deal with my son being any one bit traumatized. And I feel like that sucks. And that's like on a bigger scale, you know what I mean? Not just the day to day and ins and outs
Yeah.
and all those little just under the surface stuff, you know what I mean? That like people don't, a regular person that is just not viewing that stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel you on that. I just wanted to hit on that and say that
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy
with you.
because in school, like I've been called the hard R in like 5th grade and all that stuff. It's crazy.
By other people of your race or
No,
by...
another race.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My son was getting asked for the N-word pass at school, and I was like,
That's
what?
how
And
old
so
is
I
he
had to
now?
call up... he's 12.
12. They did that back when I was younger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I would always say to him, I was like, you can't give them that power. Like,
Yeah.
I would never say that word. I don't, even when I'm like rapping in lyrics and stuff like that, I would I don't say that word.
Yeah.
But don't give them that power. That's your power. Like, people have worked so hard for you to, and then I'd like, as best as I can, give him knowledge about where that sort of has led from and how that how your culture has transferred it into a word that is for your
Yeah.
people if you want to use it. And then even then I'm like, you need to do a lot more learning before you can just start thinking that you can sort of say it, you know what I mean? Like, so,
I definitely appreciate that perspective. Yeah.
but it blows me away, like how people think that that stuff's okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Jabari, um, is there anything else you wanted to sort of say while we're on here? Because this will be on the podcast if you're okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, totally fine for sure.
Yeah?
Um, I'm not really sure.
Not really sure?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Anything else
that's
you gotta
okay.
touch on?
Nah, I've actually just really enjoyed this conversation with you, Jabari, and with your
I
mate
enjoyed it
Cam.
too. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been
And it's-
fantastic. I cannot tell you how excited I am that you guys are so young, and you're being such hardcore entrepreneurs. Like, you're really doing it yourselves, and that blows me away. I could not have done that at your age. It's killed it.
Yeah. Oh, and this is like probably like 6 months ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to even get on a podcast and talk to somebody I don't know. So
Really?
yeah, for sure. Growing up, I've always been very shy, like very, very, very shy and reserved and laid back. So
What made you like transition out of that?
um, I just wanted to be more confident. This part of my confidence, like even
Oh,
sitting on
okay.
this, I feel better about myself because back then I wouldn't have been able to do this.
Oh, okay. So when you do your little checklist today, what's it? Are we hitting a 10 today?
I got it. The day's not over. The day's not over.
At, what
Today's
is
not
it?
over.
3 o'clock there or something like that, or 4 o'clock?
It's 4:01. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have got you got a couple of more hours to build up that confidence. Then.
If it ended today, right now it would be a 10, but we got to end the night off strong. So
All right. Sweet. How? So you guys both selling products at the Artcast?
oh no, actually, I was at home and he told me he was up here doing something and he wanted me to come up here, so I just came up here.
Oh, fucking love it, legends. You guys are fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we really bank off each other, which having friends, like, if he was a bad influence, I would probably be badly influenced and vice versa. So the good
Yeah.
influence is going to influence me well. So
What they say, you are the an aggregate of the 5 people you hang around the most.
definitely.
So
My
That's
mom used to
awesome.
tell me that all the time when I was younger. I didn't believe it. I'm like, I'm not them. Like,
yeah,
I wholeheartedly believe that now.
yeah, me too. I used to be like, well, I also, it's the perception of other people of you as well. So like,
Yeah.
if you're hanging around with shitheads, which I hung around a lot of fucking shitheads, but and they would be drinking and smoking when we were like 13, and I'd be like, I don't do that stuff, but I'm like there for the good times.
Yeah.
Everybody associated with me with them.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
yeah, I feel you on that. All right, Jabari, if you want to put in your clothing brand and your email, I'll make sure you get this this sketch over to you as well. And that way, you guys can send me your stuff, and I will follow you as well on there. All right, Jabari, thank you so much. You've been a legend, and I'm so stoked on you guys. You've really just brightened my day.
I appreciate the talk.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much, mate.
No problem. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Keep it a 10. Keep it a 10.
I got to. I'm going to do it.
I got you, mate.